never believed in curses, not really. Sailors loved their stories, haunted islands, ghost ships, treasures cursed by gods. Most of it was nonsense. But after what happened to me, I'm not sure anymore. It started with a rumor. My crew and I had docked at a nameless island deep in the Grand Line, a place barely charted where the waves screamed louder than the wind. The islanders were wary of outsiders, but after enough drinks and billy thrown around, an old man let something slip. He spoke of an abandoned ruin at the island's heart, a place swallowed by the jungle where a devil fruit, one never recorded in any book, was waiting to be found. A forgotten fruit. I should have walked away. Instead, the next morning, I set out alone. I told myself I didn't believe in curses, but a devil fruit was worth more than its weight in gold. Even if I didn't eat it, I could sell it for a fortune. That thought pushed me through the dense, suffocating jungle, past twisted roots and trees that loomed like ancient sentinels. The deeper I went, the more I felt something was wrong. The air was heavier here, thick and unmoving. No birds, no insects, nothing. Then I found the temple. It wasn't grand, just a crumbling shrine of stone, covered in creeping vines and half buried in the earth. At its center was a pedestal, and resting atop it was a fruit unlike anything I had ever seen. It was deep, deep black, not the rich, vibrant colors of most devil fruits. It didn't have the usual swirls carved into its skin. Instead, it had patterns that looked almost like eyes, not drawn, not engraved, but real, lidless, staring back at me. The moment I saw it, something inside me screamed to leave. I didn't. I picked it up. The instant my fingers touched its surface, a chill ran through me, like I'd dipped my hand into the ocean's depths. But I was a fool. I was greedy. I took a bite. And then the world shifted. At first, nothing happened. The fruit tasted horrible, like rotting wood and iron, but that was normal. I left the temple disappointed, thinking maybe the old man had lied. Then the dreams started. The first night I dreamed of the ocean stretching infinitely, but the water was black and the waves didn't move. I was floating, weightless, staring down into an abyss. And then, one by one, those same eyes from the fruit opened beneath me. The second night, I woke up somewhere else, not in my bunk, not on the ship. I was standing in a village I didn't recognize, surrounded by people who spoke in whispers, their faces blurred like smudged ink. When I blinked, I was back in bed, drenched in sweat. The third night, I heard the voices. They weren't human. They were low, guttural, coming from the corners of my room where the light didn't reach. They whispered things I shouldn't have understood, secrets that crawled into my brain like insects. I covered my ears, but the voices weren't outside of me. They were inside. And then it got worse. I started seeing things while I was awake. My shadow stretched the wrong way, moving when I stood still. Reflections in water showed someone else's face. And when I tried to speak to my crewmates, sometimes they didn't hear me. Other times, they flinched, looking at me like I was a stranger. One night, my captain, my closest friend, grabbed my shoulder. "You haven't been yourself," he said. I tried to laugh it off, but then he tightened his grip, his face pale. I mean it literally. Sometimes it's like you're not you. Your face, your voice, it changes for a second, and then it's you again. Tell me the truth. What the hell did you eat on that island? I had no answer, because I was starting to realize something. I hadn't just eaten a devil fruit. Something had eaten me. By the time I understood, it was too late. My shadow stopped following me altogether. I would stand under the sun, but there would be nothing beneath me. And then one day I saw it standing beside me. It was me, the same height, the same face, the same eyes, but the expression wasn't mine. It was staring at me, studying me, as if I were the copy. I ran. I locked myself in my cabin, refusing to step outside. But at night, I felt it standing behind me, breathing against my neck, waiting. The next morning, my crew was gone. Not just gone. Their belongings were still there. Their beds were untouched. No signs of a struggle. It was like they had been erased. I was alone on the ship, number not alone. I saw myself standing at the bow, facing the sea, and then it turned and smiled. I don't know how much time has passed. I can't sleep anymore. I don't need to. I don't get hungry. I don't feel the ship moving, don't feel the wind. Sometimes I look at my hands, and they aren't mine. I don't know if I ever made it off that island. I don't know if I'm still me, or if I've already been replaced. All I know is that if you ever come across a devil fruit that feels wrong, leave it. Because some powers don't just take away your ability to swim. Some take away who you are, forever. By the way, if you want to see more scary stories like this, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and sub button. It helps a lot. Until next time.